name is Sierra Walter, and I'm honored to be serving as the 2019-2020 AQHYA president. My first memory of the American Quarter Horse began on my grandparents' ranch in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. At the ripe age of 4, I didn't know a lot about breeds. I just knew I wanted to ride every horse on the ranch. However, there was always something special about the American Quarter Horse that everyone seemed to treasure. The quality of the versatile breed was the best fit for wrangling cows on the side of the mountain, and there was always a special sense of pride when you could claim your mount was registered with AQHA. When I grew old enough to care for my own horse, I began riding and competing on my Rocky Mountain Quarter Horse Sugar. I had big dreams of competing in the working cow horse at the AQHYA Youth World Championship show. But honestly, those dreams seemed very distant and unattainable with the resources I had available to me. I have to confess, sitting here as your youth president, that it wasn't until I turned 14 that I became an official AQHA member. My decision to purchase a membership was entirely prompted by the Ranch and Heritage Young Horse Development Program. In the fall of 2014, I heard of a program that offered free Ranch and Heritage bred weanlings to selected youth. I couldn't believe it. My sister also recognized this incredible opportunity, and she applied as well. Having started previous weanlings on the ranch, and always wanting to improve our stock, it was an easy decision to apply. Then we had the agonizing wait to hear back from AQHA. And then finally, my dad received the call. We were ecstatic to learn we had both been selected and could pick up our weanlings that very weekend in Rapid City, South Dakota. During our trip, I was privileged to meet some incredible people, including the breeders of my filly, Jim and Joni Hunt. My acquaintance with the Hunts strengthened my excitement for AQHYA and made me look outside of the Young Horse Development Program to other AQHYA opportunities. After my year in YHD, I became heavily involved by showing at AQHA shows, participating in my local affiliate, and running for Region 8 director position. I worked hard, gained experience, and learned as much as I could. Eventually, I made my way here today, and what a journey it has been. Looking back, my participation in YHD was my entry into AQHA. It was my first why, my first love for this association. I will always be grateful to the Young Horse Development Program, and am excited to be serving as a mentor to current YHD participants. During my time on the youth board, I've had the privilege to work with very skilled and passionate individuals. I want to recognize and thank the outstanding officer team for everything they do to serve our members. On behalf of the AQHYA Board of Directors, I am excited to share what our team has been working on. Thinking back to our first board meeting last summer, our officers and directors put our heads together to come up with our mission statement, which is to reach out and encourage unity within our diverse equine community through resources and communication. We've taken this mission to heart and have been busy executing this mission through our 5 AQHYA committees. The Outreach Committee focuses on building bridges and growing relationships with other equine-related youth organizations. AQHYA, and this committee in particular, really enjoys meeting and collaborating with the youth leaders from many different corners of the horse industry. We have invited the leadership teams from several other youth organizations to work with us to accomplish the mission we've set out to complete this year. We are working together to amplify the power of youth for the good of our industry. The AQHYA International Committee continues to work towards finding effective ways to engage and communicate with AQHYA's international affiliates and youth members. More than 10% of our youth membership is international, and we know it's so important to tell those kids that we see you and we are so glad you are part of the AQHYA family. If you were at the Youth World Show last year, you will agree with me that it was really energizing and fun. We made history with the largest Youth World Show ever, with more than 3,600 entries. Additionally, we saw huge improvements to attendance and excitement for many events, especially the Parade of Teams. It left me so eager for 2020, and I am happy to report the Youth World Show Committee has been planning and preparing to make this year's show another big success. I am proud to share the Public Policy Committee is continuing its purpose of increasing education for youth members on important legislation impacting the equine industry through blogs and other communication channels. Last summer, I had the opportunity to represent our association on Capitol Hill with 8 other AQHYA members. We attended the American Horse Council National Issues Forum, met with senior staff at the U.S. Department of Agriculture, had a combined total of 17 meetings with lawmakers in House and Senate office buildings, and I even worked up the courage to ask Ted Cruz for a photo when I saw him in the hallway. This summer, we are taking a virtual approach and all working hard to communicate to make sure our voice is heard for our beloved horse. I truly feel that we make a difference for the industry when we speak to members of Congress, and I encourage you to do the same. I've been honored to serve as the Community Service Committee leader this year. I'm very proud of AQHYA's commitment to provide servant leadership opportunities. At Yes last summer, we partnered with the High Plains Food Bank to help achieve their mission of alleviating hunger in the Texas Panhandle. We had 150 youth leaders packing food in the warehouse, pulling weeds in the garden, and becoming better servant leaders ourselves. And at the Youth World Show last August, we once again held a toiletry drive to support a local women's shelter in Oklahoma City. The committee is currently planning service projects for future AQHY events, and we're utilizing social media to highlight and recognize youth participating in local service events. Serving others is so powerful, and I'm very proud of what our youth members are doing. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the quote, "Youth is the hope of our future." It is true. We are the future, but we are also the present. I believe youth make a powerful impact on our association today. As you may have heard, the 2020 AQHYA theme is the power of youth. We're igniting the power of youth through this theme by challenging youth members to share their hashtag, #MyWhy. Members of AQHYA come from different backgrounds and join for various reasons. They have their own story, their own skill, and their own love and passion for the American Quarter Horse and this great association. I think you can agree with me that the key to success is knowing your why, and it's particularly powerful to learn why people love the American Quarter Horse. Together, I believe our stories will create a powerful movement, and I am excited to see how the AQHYA message spreads. Once, my dreams of even competing at an AQHA show seemed incredibly far-fetched. I truly could never have fathomed I'd be here today as youth president. Now I have the opportunity to be a role model and share my story with kids who may have a similar one. Loving the Western lifestyle, loving the American Quarter Horse, working hard, finding support, and living a life bigger than our dreams. Thanks to AQHA and the people who believed in us. I believe that one of the best ways to encourage others is to simply relate to them, to make time for them. That's why I encourage you to share your AQHA story with others. You never know who you might be helping. Maybe a future president of AQHYA. As I conclude, my hope is that you've learned more about the electrifying power of youth through what I've shared with you today. Each day, I get to witness AQHYA members working tirelessly for this association and the horses we love. While we are eager to lead the bright future of AQHA, we're focused on the present and the impact we make today. We are ready to ignite the power of youth. Thank you.